Much like any game with role-playing elements, Destiny is all about the loot. Specifically, top tier loot, exotics, exotic armor, boots, helms, and of course, exotic weapons. You name it, there's an exotic for it, or maybe several in fact. Hand cannons, rocket launchers, auto rifles. You're going to want to unlock them. So, join us as we count down the top 5 exotics of year 1 in Destiny. I'll be spending hundreds and hundreds of hours lusting after and completely ignoring the fact that I should have a social life. Thanks, Bungie! So let's talk about the big gun in the game. The most obvious one is obviously the Gjallarhorn. It is the rocket launcher that, well, everybody wanted, but not everyone could have it. Well, at least until a couple of weeks ago, until Xur finally sold it. No, before then, if you wanted the Gjallarhorn, you had to work your ass off for it and pray that you were lucky. Hell, the only kind of luck that would have helped in this scenario would be if you had a severed rabbit's foot that was Irish and possibly on steroids. But it was worth it. Once you had the Gjallarhorn, once you had that rocket launcher, Destiny was yours. Now, I know it sounds kind of selfish in terms of game design to have such an overpowered weapon, but let's look at this thing. Look at this beast of a gun. This is a rocket launcher made from the armor of dead titans who fell defending the city, the citadel, the tower in the Battle of the Twilight Gap. How freaking metal is that? A rocket launcher made from your comrade's dead gear. It doesn't get any better than that, but that's a complete lie, because then you look at what Gjallarhorn has to offer. Solar damage, higher than normal damage, cluster rounds that actually track your opponents once they've detonated in a massive velocity blast. Gjallarhorn is Destiny summed up perfectly. It is year 1 in a nutshell, and now that everyone has it, it's kind of less special, but it's still the very best rocket launcher you can get in the game. I hear what you're saying. I must be a moron, I must be an idiot. Why would I choose the last word over hand cannons like Hawkmoon, Thorn, or Faithbringer? Well, it's very simple. The last word isn't just a great hand cannon in Destiny. It's a hand cannon with a fantastic story. One of loss and betrayal, of a guardian gone rogue, gone evil, gone over to the side of the darkness, and an epic battle between a protege that became the master. There's something special about a hand cannon like that has such a tale, such a myth attached to it. And when you look at the last word, it's also just a fantastic reaction gun. That's what I like about it. Once it's properly upgraded, you've got that hip firing action. It can fan shots instantly. And you know, most importantly, you pull that cannon out and you do that super cool twirl every single time. It's not just the last word for me. It's the go ahead, make my day gun. And to me, that is just priceless. That is what Destiny is supposed to be about. A story, a legend behind your gear. And that is why I love the last word. Yours, not mine. There are a ton of weapons in Destiny, but you always want something reliable, something that can see you through any kind of scenario. And that's where the Suros regime comes in. It's an auto rifle, but it's one that's perfect for both PvP and PvE. It's got fantastic range, it's got great damage, it's got great refire rate, and it's got a fantastic load of perks. I mean, for instance, you've got one perk that makes it deal extra damage once you get to the bottom half of a magazine, which is something that is brilliant in any kind of crucible situation that you can think of. This is something that will score headshots for you. This is something that you'll have by your side. It's a jack of all trades and a master of every single one of them. And something that we'll be seeing more of as year 2 of Destiny comes around, and we'll see more Suros on the shelves. And you know, I can't wait to see that kind of reliability in a sexy package hitting the game. And that's what makes Suros regime, you know, just so beautiful to me. It's a taste of things to come. Plus, I got so many awesome kills with that gun. Thank you so much, Suros. At number 4, we have the Vex Mythoclast. It's another one of those classic cult weapons of Destiny. And when you first get it, it doesn't look like much. The damage looks a bit low, it's got horrible recoil, magazine's not too big. And then you start upgrading it, and then you see the potential of this gun. I mean, it is a fusion rifle that you can equip in your primary weapon slot that deals solar damage. You don't get too many weapons like that in Destiny. And to have something that basically shoots solar lightning at your enemies, and they can be customized into something that's just a unique death dealer, it's beautiful, it's priceless. But what also makes it so special is it's just so damn hard to get. I mean, this is a proper raid reward. This is something that, you know, you're teaming up with your 5 other buddies that you want so badly. This is something that you genuinely feel like you've worked for once you've been rewarded with it. Plus, it just makes this really awesome chirpy sound. Pew 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 pew! I kind of dig that. I'm including the Necrochasm solely because I've been unrealistically lucky in obtaining this weapon. Now, there's a whole bunch of steps that you have to go through to obtain it, which I'll list right here for a brief few seconds so that you can boggle your mind. See it? Got it? Cool. Anyway, to get that weapon, to have it in its properly upgraded form, you need to get a little, well, trinket from Crota. This is something that he hardly ever drops. And on my second playthrough on the Crota's End raid, I got it. You know, I was that lucky. I cannot believe it. And then I cheated the game a bit. I farmed a quest or two, and I got the base weapon that would become the Necrochasm. And what I got was magical. It was absolute art. This is something that, you know, can fire off rounds in the blink of an eye, and when properly upgraded will turn most of your enemies into bombs. Living, crawling thrall bombs from the hive. I mean, how awesome is that? I mean, this is something that you're going to take with you to your grave. Obviously, in Destiny, it's something that's going to be outclassed in year 2 soon, but, you know, I just can't imagine saying to your friends that I've got a rifle that turns my enemies into bombs. How many of you can boast that, right? And that's just, you know, one of the reasons why I love Necrochasm. It's just such a kick-ass, unique exotic.